Hi guys, Naji here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in our last video, we have discussed about how we created or how we installed a AWS SDK with Visual Studio Code, and we were able to connect it with our AWS console. Okay, so here we can see different services, and in this video what we will be doing, we will be creating a Lambda functions from our Visual Studio Code, and we will be pushing that into our AWS Lambda. Okay, so using this AWS SDK. For that, one of the prerequisites is you have to install a AWS CLI, AWS SAM CLI. Okay, so I will add this link to my description, so you guys can go and check this. Here they have mentioned how to install with Linux, Mac and Windows. So I have already installed in my MacBook. Okay, so to create a new Lambda functions, what we can do, first we can right click on this Lambda, then we will get a option create Lambda SAM applications. Okay, so under the hood it is calling the SAM CLI. So let me click on this. Okay, so we know that Lambda can be created, Lambda functions can be created using different programming language. So here we can select our Python version, so we will be using Python 3.11. Let me click on this. Okay, so this is the folder that we are going to do, that is Lambda new test. So let me select this. Here maybe we can give a name called hello from Mac, something like this. Okay, now let me enter this. Okay, now we can see it is actually creating different things under the hood. Okay, so we can see that a folder called, so just click on this file explorer. We can see a folder called hello from Mac. This is what we have created, and after that inside that we will have a hello world, and we will have a test, and we will have a events. Okay, and there is a git ignore, then we will have a sam config.toml, then we have a template.yaml file. Okay, so first we can see what is hello world folder contains. Here we can see it contains a init requirement.txt, and this is the requirement text, and we can see a folder called app.py. So let me open it. Yes, so here we can see a Lambda function. Okay, and it's a very simple Lambda template which returns a hello world. So here I can update it. You can say that hello world from Mac. Okay, just make it Mac only. Okay, so we have modified our Lambda functions. Now we can push this Lambda functions to our AWS server. Okay, so here we can see we will able to see that there is a profile called Mac demo. So here I have created two profiles. Okay, so one is Mac VS Code and one is Mac demo. Okay, so this contains, let me click on this. Believe I will be able to open this. No. Okay, so let me click on edit profile. So here we can see I have an access key and I have a secret key. The same access and the secret key is used in the Mac demo also. Okay, so this is this access and secret key that we have created in our first video. So let me close this. Okay, to deploy this AWS Lambda, or to push this AWS Lambda to from Visual Studio Code to what we call to our console, what we can do, we can go to our terminal. Here let me do a ls. Now we can go to the hello from Mac folder. From here let me write the command sam deploy guided, and here I can select a profile. My profile name is Mac demo. Okay, so let me click enter. So here we can see a stack name. Okay, so I am keeping the same stack name as a hello from Mac. So region is US East 1. Now let me give all yes, yes, yes. Make it default. Okay. So this will zip our folder and this will upload to the AWS console. So it is initiating the deployment. Okay. Now its permissions are created. You can see that permissions are created and a lot of things are created. Now let me do a Y. Okay. Now we can see different activities. Here it is creating a stack called hello from Mac, and it is creating a role. Okay. Then it is creating a REST API for us. It's creating an API gateway for us, and adding a lot of permissions, and it's doing the deployment. Now the deployment is done successfully. Now we can go and check to our AWS Lambda. Sorry, AWS console. We can go and check. So let me click on this. Let me go to the Lambda. See, so this is our Lambda functions. We have pushed that into 40 seconds ago. Here we can see hello from Mac. So let me click on this. We can see our code. We can see the code. Let me scroll it down. See, this is our code. Hello world Mac. So we can try and test the AWS Lambda. For that, let me create a test function. I can give test function. We don't need any parameters, so let me remove that. Let me save it. Let me run a test. So the text is success. Go to code part. Here we can run a test. Okay, so the test is success. It says hello world Mac. So I want to show you one more thing. Here we see that it is actually creating some API gateway also, right? So we can see that API gateway. Go to the API gateway, and here we can see our stack. Second. Okay. Okay. Hello from Mac. This is our stack, right? So let me click on this. Here we can see the API is created for us. Okay. See, hello get API is created for us. So what we can do a deploy. Let me go to the stage and let me deploy it. Okay, so it is done everything for us. We just need to deploy it. So under the stage, go to get. Okay, so in the production also maybe let me see. Okay, it's already there in the production, so I can use this URL. So let me click this URL, and here let me print it. Yes, so here also we will able to see the hello world from Mac, hello world hyphen Mac. Okay, so which means when we deploy a what we call a Lambda functions from Visual Studio Code using AWS SDK, it is actually creating a API gateway for us also. Okay, so we can easily access this Lambda function using AWS API gateway. Okay. And another thing that we need to discuss in this video with respect to test, we can see how can we do a unit test. So come here, under the test there is a test handler is there. Okay, so under the test handler, go down, scrolling is not working. Okay, yeah, so it is actually checking hello world, right? So we have made some changes, right? We made it like hello world hyphen mac, right? So what we can do, we can try to execute this unit test. So this is pytest. I can say that pytest. Okay, this is under test. We need to use the unit. So let me execute this. This has to be executed. Actually, this unit test has to be executed before we push into the AWS server. Okay. So here we can see that no module named hello world. Okay. So we need to check that why it is giving. Okay. Because what we have done, we have actually changed this hello world folder name. Okay. So we actually have to make some changes here. Okay, so let me correct this. It is not getting the reference, that may be the reason. From okay, so it was a mistake from the import, so we have corrected it. I have corrected from like hello mac dot hello world. Okay, then the test is working fine. Here it says hello world mac is not equal to hello world. That is why it is returning an error. Okay, because we have changed this. So let me copy this and we can update our test case. So let me make it this one and let me run it again. Yes, so our test cases are working fine. Okay, and another thing that what we can discuss about the template.yaml. So this is the basic template. Using this, it is creating everything. I mean, it is creating the API gateway, the folder structure, everything. So if you want to change anything, you have to come here, this template, and you have to correct this. So if you want to change the code URI, okay, so currently it is hello world. So we can change, if you want to change this folder name, okay, we can change it here and we can update here also. And if you want to change the handler name, we can update here. See, so this is how it is creating the API gateway. Okay, and we can see that the path is hello and method is get, and if you want to update the path, that you can correct it. You can give anything like test from Mac or anything that we can give. Okay, so yep, so that's it about in this video. So I believe we have discussed a lot of things in this video. So we discussed how we created a Lambda function, how we push that into a AWS server or AWS console. Then we have seen how can we test that using a API gateway. Then we have done a unit test, and we will able to see like template.yaml file. Okay, so I believe it will be like very useful for you. So please do like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.